Our technique to minimise spring drought: Terrastar, direct drill, weeder, roll. Tuesday morning started with an inspection of some X-Days winter wheat drilled on the 27th of October. This field recently received digestate on the 11th of March. We are pleased to see the crop tillering and improving, considering it's a third straw crop on light land. It was last winter beans in 22, winter wheat in 23, mustard cover crop and spring wheat in 24. But we were forced to grow a subsequent winter wheat in 25 as a result of the heavy rain at the beginning of autumn 24 drilling campaign. On the heavy land, we have been forced to cultivate with the Claydon Terrastar in order to generate extra tilth. In the early half of the week, we were able to finish 2 blocks of heavy land with spring wheat. This included the block we have been following through tree shearing and ditching, which was sitting wet. The disc drill was followed by the weeding harrow in order to break down clods and fill in any open trenches before a pass with the Cambridge rolls. We are always nervous about spring droughts. That's why we try to minimise soil movement in the spring in order to conserve moisture. A lack of rain in the spring can also reduce the efficacy of pre-emergent herbicides. Therefore, we like to apply Avadex powder to spring wheat because spring wheat is our main opportunity to control blackgrass in our rotation. Therefore, we were pleased to finally use our Technete Terracast unit to apply Avadex after rolling. Morning everybody, Saturday the 22nd of March, and as you can see behind me, it's the fields that Jack was drilling. So let's go out and have a look. It's been rolled and it's ready for its pre-em. I just want to show you a little bit of a draining project we're planning. So just to run through the treatment of this, this was a bean field last year. You can still see quite a lot of bean residue on the top. You can see piles of bean residue on the outside of the field. So we have been through with the Terrastar and then came back through with the Moor to plant. And now, okay, so it's probably worth, there's the seed. A little bit shallow, but it's well covered. Quite a nice tilt here. This open channel, let's see. Yeah, still deep enough. And then moisture. Okay, a little bit of an explanation for this field. So I'm a bit worried about the loss of milling premium with the merchants importing so much German wheat. We have been using our milling premium to pay for the ergot cleaning that's required in our spring wheat, and my concern is that with the loss of milling premium, that ability to pay for the ergot cleaning is going to be under challenge. So I was looking at contracts that enabled me to circumvent the cleaning, and I started looking at a seed contract. To cut a long story short, a bit of faffing around, and this is my second seed contract, and this is Malacca in here, and so we are growing this for seed, Millcoat seeds, John Stanley. So I'm pleased to have got that in place, but it's caused us a little bit of jumping around. So originally this was a winter beans last year. We couldn't get on it in the autumn, it was too wet. It therefore had quite unusually a break before spring wheat, but that's the current climate. So the other bit of news for this field, let me just turn you around. Okay, so this area here, which is helpfully marked out with the sort of green along the ditch line, or what used to be a ditch. So if we walk over here, and you will notice that we have AgriPower's drainer is in residence. So we have helped pan across the field. There's HS2 thrust bore a new water main across there, and we partnered up with them to dispose of the spoil. So back over this side, so this is an original ditch. It starts on the other side of the farm buildings and is piped as it comes through the farm buildings. When we acquired this piece of land, we had to put a culvert in there. So it's undergrounded up to the point of here, and then the short run of ditch here, got large poplars, so it then goes into this rather nice trap here. Okay, and the original ditch kind of kinked off in this direction and then went straight to the tree. So as you can see, bit of a new profile here, and although it looks green, we have been back and resprayed it. So the idea is that we were left with a very short run between here and the hedge. We've always struggled with this field because it requires a lot of turning, and it's not particularly long field, especially when HS2 cut the end off it. When we were looking at Google Maps, we noticed that there was quite a significant damage to the crops in the last few years in the middle of this short work. So we're trying to alleviate the crop damage by putting in a drainage scheme. Now, the other challenge for this field is they mark out the water main. So in order to make my drainage engineer's life as easy as possible, we're not going to come this side of the water main. We're going to keep our drainage to the far side of the water main. There is a limit to how far the drainage can come across, but hopefully that will start next week, and we can grab some footage of that and show you. And this will be a full drainage scheme, so we'll get some footage of that going in place.